YouTube channel. So we're in a weird spot. For those who don't know, welcoming in the YouTube audience, we have had 2 of our 3 channels suspended to go live. YouTube might be a place that we're only going to be able to go live soon. We are not the only people feeling this. Not just that, but the appeal process is apparently not happening again. We saw this happen about a year and a half ago, where for some reason TikTok just decided they weren't going to do appeals as often and just let the things run out. And then if we're lucky, they address them. Now, I noticed that they're not giving strikes with the kicking people off. I personally think they're just testing things out and testing the measure of people and how upset people will be. They are very much into be this way, be that way. And I'm not a huge fan at the moment. And we're already getting things filtered on this. So we might not even be able to stay alive because everything's being censored. So please do hop over to the YouTube, as it very well may be the only place that we're able to be live soon. And that's not something we're trying to do. Trust me, we want to be here on TikTok. But I mean, it feels like we're not wanted here at the moment. And I think that's the big problem that we're facing, you know? Yeah. Hey, baby Shimmy. And anyone can come on today as well. I'm going to be editing our site, the new one, which has had really good start. We're already over 100 views, and I only started this. Hey, what's up, Sage? You want to jump onto the YouTube and look at the new channel? I mean, the new site. We have it going on today. We're going to invite some people on, and people are going to be able to check it out. I'm going to put the link to get on in the comments of the YouTube video. Are you sent a request on YouTube or here on TikTok? Either one's fine with me, but I'm just, you won't be able to see you won't be able to see what we're doing because apparently TikTok gets mad if we do that. I don't particularly care if you're here or there, but it is problematic.
Hey.
What's up?
So, no, I hear what you're saying, though, about TikTok and the recent censoring. And this is, unfortunately, it feels across the board.
Oh, it's not just our content, that's for certain.
Yeah, I know. But that's still the upsetting part, is seeing such intense censorship all around is just so deeply frustrating.
What's really sad is I saw this once before with Facebook. Facebook used to be, for all that was wrong with it, it really came through in 2020 and did an amazing job of letting us connect. And then right after 2020, the minute the world opened up, they turned their back on all the content creators. I made over 1,000 hours. Over 1,000 hours of content on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook that they just deleted, by the way.
No, it's very disheartening with most platforms. Like, not even just TikTok, not even just Facebook or anything like that. It's very disheartening to see how little most platforms care about their content creators. Because it's like, the people who make content, and I say this as somebody who, like, I myself don't make content, but I take in content. And I appreciate content. So I can very openly say, if it wasn't for content creators who make content consistently, these platforms would have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be as relevant as they are today. TikTok included would not be as relevant as it is currently. I personally believe that if lockdown had never happened, we wouldn't have as many content creators as we do now. And if people hadn't decided to make content to fill their time, TikTok wouldn't be relevant currently. Because nobody would be doing anything on it. it would still just be silly dance challenges and things like that. People who post here or there to, out of boredom. And we wouldn't have people who are doing it because they genuinely enjoy doing it or genuinely have a cause that they feel the need to put content out for. And TikTok just doesn't show the kind of love and appreciation that I think most content creators deserve. Like, they push a lot of these channels to the back burner, or they only want to promote channels that are specifically showing the trends, and that's just as frustrating.
I agree with everything you're saying. You're preaching to the choir, but I say it all the time. We're not on our own site. This is just part of it. Like with Free Hugs and Spanks, we got kicked off for apparently something with gaming, and we don't do gaming. I know. I don't even talk about it. I stopped playing video games because they started making you have all these downloadable content packs, the DLCs. I'm not a fan. If I buy a game, I want to play the game.
Not for real.
I don't want a monthly subscription. So, yeah. But have you gotten a chance to look at our new site?
I have not had a chance. Been quite busy. But what's the name of it?
K-EDU, so our K-EDU, Kink Education. And we can only say the K word about 2 times in a video now, or we get in trouble. Campus.com. So it's just K-EDU campus.com. I'm fixing a few of the errors that were seemingly left over from us cooking it. This was not a thing as of Saturday. As you know, I was asking everyone their opinions on things. So I came up with things on my own. You guys can hop on, by the way. Anyone can hop on to our TikTok or our YouTube. So you guys some people are actually watching me right now there. Are you with us, Sage? Just making sure. Suddenly got real quiet. Is that my phone? Well, hopefully, Sage.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. No, apparently I can't open both the website and TikTok at the same time. My phone has a stroke. So, but from the little glance of it that I could get, I like it so far. I like what I'm seeing. I like that we have the individual folders for like different things we've talked about. I think that's quite nice.
Thank you.
Because that was my only issue that I had with the site we had before. Or at least the one we were using more consistently before, was it felt kind of hard to find things sometimes. But this is like everything's at the forefront. So I like that. I think that's quite nice.
I'm looking at it as just a landing page. We'll use TikTok for any stories, maybe even imagery. Not TikTok, I'm sorry, Twitter. We're actually going to try to use Twitter just because Twitter is an easy landing spot for things. Facebook, I'm getting notices.
Twitter cares a little bit less.
What's that?
I said Twitter cares a little bit less.
Yeah, Twitter allows like straight up corn on it, and I've opened my app twice to it now.
God.
So, and I'm with my kid in school, and it opened it up to someone getting spanked, and I was not happy.
No.
I mean, normally that would make me happy, but not where I am. Like,
not in this context.
Yeah, like have some chill. I don't know why Twitter doesn't mute the videos. I love that I can do that with TikTok.
No, that's true.
But yeah, we're going to be using our new. Well, it's not new. I just fully named it Kink Educator on Twitter now. Because one time I couldn't get it, and for some reason it was available now. I'm not 100% sure where the big change came, but there was a big change. So I will take the happiness of the big change. Let me see if I can get X up. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, so how you been? You said you were busy.
Dude, just family stuff mostly. Have a parent who has to have surgery soon, so I'm figuring out work schedules to work around that. Honestly, honestly, like, if I'm being so completely honest, like, when I say busy, less like actually busy, more like mentally drained and can't be bothered to be a person right now. I won't lie, kind of in the middle of a bit of a depressive episode. Like, I'll be fine. But I'm just not feeling 100% like myself right now, which, you know, it's a little scary because I haven't felt like this specifically in a very, very long time. But I know that it's something that I can work through, that I've worked through before. Okay. And that, you know, I've made it through this type of period in my life before, and I can do it again.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you are going through it. It happens. It's one of those things for those of us who have depression in our genetics, we'll call it. Mm-hmm. So if you ever need to talk, I'm around.
No, I appreciate that. Now, I've been diagnosed with BPD, which I was diagnosed a long time ago. But sometimes I have, like, and I knew it was coming because I felt really, really good for a little while and did not process that was just a manic episode.
You were going up.
And now I'm here, and it's not great. But it's all good. Yeah. I'm just spending time with my partners and taking some time to breathe and, you know, be a little less hard on myself. So that's really the key for it with me, is just trying to not be super hard on myself and remind myself that I'm still just a person and that it's okay to need a break.
I appreciate you. For what it's worth, Sage, I actually really kind of wished you had come on when I had to make the heavy decisions, because I know you won't bullshit me. I like that. I like having people around me who don't bullshit me, because I know they're looking out.
I try. If you don't mind me asking, what were the big decisions that had to be made?
Well, we had to pick a name. That was a big one, right? Like, this was a commitment now. Was K-EDU good enough? Was it going to get us...
I think it's good. I think the important thing about that is it's because to anybody within the community, they're going to see it and immediately know what it means. Because this feels like a very, even before I found the channel itself and its originality, if I had seen K-EDU, I would have immediately clocked what it is. And been like, okay, cool, these are my people. But it's still set up in a way where, because that, sometimes I wondered if a lot of our heavy censorship we dealt with on the apps, like on apps in general, had to do with the name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It had to have. Because they see that and they immediately don't care what the channel's about. They're going to press whatever kind of censorship they can on it. So I think that it's good. I feel like it's, you know, it's obvious enough that people within the community are going to know what it is and gravitate towards it. But not so obvious that the algorithm is going to get mad.
That's the hope, right?
And what Caffeinated said down here, Caffeinated Shenanigans, exactly, it's self-explanatory name that implies education, not entertainment. That is key too, because it still immediately puts the education at the forefront, rather than people just assuming that this is, you know, a hee ha ha kind of channel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's I mean, we might be looking at a future on off TikTok anyway, going to YouTube, which is why I'm trying to get everyone used to coming over there. And you know, I've had some people who are kind of trying to talk to me about, you know, I don't like the idea of monetizing the education. I want the education to be free. And we really can't talk about it much on here, so I'll just put it this way. A lot of the people who are close to me say that, you know, I should be allowing donations, allowing people to donate, not force it. 'Cause I don't even like talking about my comic books on here, which I could sell. It always feels weird and icky. And I have a channel on here for that. And by the way, everyone should know that I've turned back on Mr. Anderson. I turned it off for a while to focus on these things, but there's a lot going on with politics I just can't be quiet about. It doesn't feel right sitting and not putting my voice. I don't know if it'll matter, but I'd rather try than sit on the sidelines and let it all go to hell.
No, absolutely. And I will tell you one thing, and this is the only thing I'm going to say on that because I don't want us to get too far off track. The important thing is is to just not sit on the sidelines. Even if your particular voice doesn't make too big of an impact, it is better than sitting passive in a situation that you are not happy in a situation you don't want for other people. And I think that this falls in the same way as when we talk about, we're having to refuse to be complicit in issues within our own community. We, in the same way, have to refuse to remain complicit and silent in issues nationally and internationally and within our world. Because the moment that we choose to be quiet, we are part of the problem.
I agree. And Shami, just a heads up on YouTube, for some reason, it's not letting me push you in. It says you have to turn a mic on or a camera on. You're now currently just stuck in like a phantom zone. But we're using StreamYard, so just back out of it and go back in. Should be fine, hopefully. But yeah, we're talking greatly about turning all of our TikTok shows to 30 minutes and then heading right to YouTube, because for 30 minutes, I think we behave very well. And I feel like after 30, we start to let our hair down, and after an hour, it starts getting rough. With watching.
And I won't lie, that's partially my fault.
Oh, it's my fault.
The 30-minute mark, and I'm like, oh no, I'm done.
Well, I mean, it's hard being on here. For those who don't know, I actually sweat when I'm online a lot of times because I'm so nervous about saying the wrong things. Yesterday, I had said something in my live class that I felt horrible for after. And I had made the comment about there's things worse than being on a live when suspension. What if you break your neck and having to live with the inability for your hands, your feet, and all that? And I meant it as like a personal thing, and I said it out loud in a way that was not becoming of who I am, and I felt really bad about that because for me, it's a terrifying thing, just like getting cancer. And then, like an idiot, because I'm neurodivergent, when I freak out, I made an inappropriate joke about like, I'm not even gonna, it just was inappropriate. And I didn't remember. Yeah. And I didn't remember I made it. My partner kind of was like, hey, you should kind of say that was an inappropriate joke. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And the minute they said it, I remembered it. But I had not remembered until that moment. And it was one of those neurodivergent masking things, like make people laugh, they won't hate you kind of moments. So.
No, I get that completely. I have so many moments in my life where I say certain things. I'm like, wow, that was an inside thought that should have stayed an inside thought.
Yeah.
That didn't need to be an outside thought at all.
Yeah, I felt really bad. Like, and that kind of brings out my depression, honestly, because it's like, and I'm sure everyone who is neurodivergent will understand this. You spend so much time trying to overcome being neurodivergent that when it comes out blaringly, you're like, you're at the workplace where you have to take no workplace incidents. It's been 30 days. You take it back down to 0. Because today the neurodivergence won. You said something, and I try to be so mindful. I try to be so positive, but we're all human. Eventually our armor breaks and we let out one thing. And if my neurodivergence makes me feel really fucking bad about it. I don't know about anyone else's. I just know that. Caffeinated Shenanigans says, yep, I understand completely. I also use humor to deflect from my awkwardness. Not only do I use humor, but I'm from the 19th century, the 90 part of it, the 1990 part of it. And there was very bad humor being done at that time. I'm not as bad as it was in 1990, but some of my jokes just don't land and I don't even notice it. Because if people laugh, you just think you won. And a lot of times people might awkwardly laugh. And then it's heavy lifting all day long. That's what it is. It's heavy lifting.
I find it funny how you feel the need to enunciate the fact that you were born before the year 2000.
Oh, that's a TikTok thing. I just think it's funny. Because someone.
Oh, no, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But every time you say it, I'm just sitting here shaking my head like, oh my God.
It's the dad joke. I can't resist the dad joke.
I know. Oh, I know.
I go in hard for this. LOL, my comment to you the other day. Sorry. What was the comment to me? I don't remember. You have to understand, legitimately, I probably deal with 200 to 300 comments within 3 days.
Caffeinated Shenanigans said, saying Crypt Keeper status, so my joke's flat when no one gets the reference.
Yes, I've done a few. It's bad when you have to look at the people you're hanging out with and start explaining. Yeah, we do have to embrace what we are. I completely agree with that. But I almost should come with a sorry, like a tattoo right here that says "Sorry, I'm neurodivergent." Oh, you were caught up. No, that was funny. That I kind of expected you guys to be funny like that. I had tried to that day. I had recorded and commented 100 times throughout all the channels because we were trying to restart the engine and get things moving again. And I finally caught up on one of the channels. Like we had put everything out that day. We had put out 30 videos, I think, on one channel alone. And I was like, haha, I finally caught up. And then I was like, oh my God, it's a notification. I expected more. I want more comments. That's not a fail for me. That's a giant win that you guys want to talk so much. Not as much on TikTok and YouTube, but in comment sections. If I could get you guys to come on, it won't connect on my end either. Let me resend the link. Maybe it's a bad link. We're having some trouble with Shami coming on board. So let me send a new link, see if that does it. Sometimes you just have to refresh it too. What was that? My shoulder just says freak off Alicia's coming. I'm apparently labeled. We're going to get
appropriately labeled.
Oh, appropriately labeled. We're going to get in so much trouble on this channel. We're not going to be able to go live on TikTok again. Caffeinated shenanigans. Caffeinated. Well, we'll be back on Thursday, I think. Needed a hat that says my autistic ADHD said that. Ignore it, please. Yes, right? It's not my fault I'm inappropriate and just put ADHD at the bottom of your shirt. I don't know. I don't know. The world's getting crazy and I get in trouble for saying the K word. The wheels on the bus are coming off, coming off, coming off. My favorite set part is the K-EDU highlights chosen by the Kink Education on the site. I'm literally looking at it while we're talking tonight because I want to make sure.
That's all good.
We have.
That's all good. I won't lie. With that said, though, because talking about like, I'm not even gonna say the full word. I'm just gonna say K moving forward. You all know what I mean when I say K. Talking about K education specifically, I have thought very much about starting to create content myself revolving around that, but I'm not sure. Mostly for the fact of you guys, anyone who's been here for a hot minute knows what I do for work. And I work in an environment where if it becomes public that I am involved within this community as heavily as I am, it's not going to bode well for me long term. But I'm really at the point where I don't care. I don't think I care all that much anymore.
Well, be careful. You're a little young to not care.
See, but when I say not care, I care, obviously.
No, but you don't care.
At the same time, it's one of those situations where, technically speaking, it can't get me fired. It might get me looked at a little weird. But it can't. It can't get me fired.
Well, unless did you sign a moral clause?
No.
Okay, moral clauses is where it gets funky. It depends on the state.
When I signed my employee contract, I went through and there is technically a moral clause, but it punctuates the fact that does not apply to my life outside of my work hours.
Okay.
I am upheld to a moral clause from the moment I clock in till the moment I clock out.
And that's fair.
And then I'm just my own person.
But I'll say that seems fair and
that's
realistic.
Fair. I think that's very fair.
Yeah. Sorry.
And then I also feel like if I was to create education-based content, I feel like I would continue to do it faceless the way that I've done this, just for the sake of simplicity.
I think that's becoming impossible on TikTok. Did you able to sign in, Shami?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what was up with StreamYard. You came in and you just weren't there.
YouTube would not let me do anything. I'm like, all right.
Someone's got the brat juice on high, Rosie, from doing a lot of work today. So what's going on, baby Shmi?
For once, I'm not stuffing my face or in a shower.
Rosie still can't go live. Rosie's also dealing with the fact that, Rosie, you could go live on YouTube. No, I was telling Rosie they can go live on YouTube. And it's safer because on YouTube we can say whatever we want. No one cares. Like, you'd have to really cross lines with YouTube. How much time are we in here? Because I do want to be mindful of how much time. So a lot of people, there's a theory out there that it's a time thing. The longer you're on, the more they start paying attention to the content. So I'm trying to be careful of the amount of time. And why is it not showing me today? The amount of time we've been live. Damn it.
Caffeinated shenanigans said, the irony of any corporation holding its employees to any morality clause just boggles my mind. For the most part, I would agree with that. But for full context, I work in childcare. So when you interact with young individuals, it makes more sense to me. Like, I have a job where having a morality clause makes sense to me. But for the most part, yes, I agree. Morality clauses are ridiculous because in most forms of employment, the fact that an employer believes they have say over how their employees act doesn't make sense to me.
So as funny as this sounds, conversations like this are now against the TOS on TikTok.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you cannot have opinions against employers now. I'm not kidding. Because of all the incidents of accountability at workplaces that have led to people being removed from their positions by the public. That's the best way I can put it. They're now thinking that this is encouraging acts that should not be encouraged. Hey, what app am I downloading to go live? You don't have to download an app. Actually, the way we go live on YouTube, believe it or not, is using something called StreamYard. StreamYard only requires you to literally have a browser. You don't need anything else. If you have Safari on your phone, does anyone know what's on the Samsungs and the what's the other thing that they have? The other phone provider. It's Apple and it's something else. Shimi, do you know? Do you have an Apple or a Samsung?
I have Samsung. I recommend, if you can, to go through Google because that's been the fastest way to get to StreamYard for me.
Android, that's what it is. Yes, Android. Android, same thing. I forget. Android's Google, right? I think they download Google as the standard thing. Yeah. So just use Google, hit that connection, and that's fine. But speaking of our TikTok, and because we're hitting 30 minutes, yes, StreamYard. And all you do is you go to the YouTube right now, go to Kink Educator on YouTube, and the link is right in the comments. So, but we are going to sign off now, trying the 30-minute windows, because apparently those are working better. Until we get another channel up and running, we want to make sure we can keep this line open between everyone. So I'm sorry we didn't get to talk more, baby Shameen. You can try again over on the other app. Maybe choose a different browser if you have Google on your phone. Sage, thank you for being on. I'm around if you need me. If you want, hop over to where we're going, and I'll talk to the rest of you over on TikTok. On YouTube. Remember, it is Kink Educator. But we're going to sign off now to make sure we're not rocking the boat and getting ourselves in trouble. All right, YouTube. I'm still here with you. So we've done this. I actually really like the way this looks. So I'm going to be honest. I used AI, which is not something I normally use. But the world is changing, and it basically forced me to either use AI or upload a template, and I was not in the mood to upload a template. So this is how we're looking. As far as I can tell, so this will take you right to actual news that's going on. It's the annual Kink versus Fetish Parade. Clicker training a submissive in kink context. Japanese bondage art, which would be Shibar, well, Kimbuki, I think is what it is, something like that. The book takes us inside sweat-soaked world of kink and BDSM. The mainstream of literary kink. You want to hear me raw? So it's exactly primal fetish. This is all real stuff we're getting. So one of the things I'm also probably going to start working on is trying to get better at sharing this. So we'll be sharing this on things like our X channel, which is here. So we do have some followers on here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. We have 575 followers. So we'll see. We're going to continue to try as we're being limited. I do know I see someone in our background here. Maybe we'll have some people come on, checking out what we have. We have a good amount of, looks like, people showing up. Not bad. We're getting views every day, which is good. I'm just going to post something real quick here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's not what I want to share. We're going to try to share the YouTube video that this is now creating. Here we go. And away we go. We're going to continue to YouTube. We'll put the watch out there. We're not going to put join because we want it to stay up as long as it can. Private message. All right. So we got comment. Mindful kink. I have no clue how to do this. I'm trying. All right. Mindful kink. I'm going to, really simple, in the comments that you just made, there's going to be a link. I just put it in. You just copy that link and literally put it in your browser. And I'm going to double check to make sure it hasn't changed in the last few years. If you're using the YouTube app, it's probably the easiest way to grab the, ooh, they're introducing a family plan. I'll pass this time. So you're on the video already. The future of K. No, this is not the video we're live in right now. Why is it not showing me live? I hate when it does that. We should be showing live, but it's not. Because we are currently live. We are yes, we are live. Okay. Just want to make sure. Let's see. There we are. We are yes, we are live. Okay. Just want to make sure. Yes, that's my dumbass talking to myself. Okay. So I'm looking to see. Yeah, it is linkable. So you just hit that. It should pop up Google or Chrome. It'll do it in Safari sometimes. Sometimes it's particular. And then it should just pop up on a screen and literally just ask you. You accept all cookies. You allow mic and camera access. And this browser blocked my camera. Why did it do that? Be careful with that because it just did something weird. So I'm going to try it again. Again with Chrome. Let's see. I'm working it. All right. So you have to follow steps, apparently. Let me see what this is. You know what? I'm just going to reload my Google. Because I bet you, well, actually, I'll go through Google. So I'm going through Google. I don't know what happened. I probably pressed the wrong damn button when I wasn't looking and looked up. Okay, I'm allowing. There we go. There we go. It's happening. All right, I'm going to stop my mic, but you guys will be able to see me enter. And I'm going to put it under Mr. A. Here we go. All right. And I'm just going to lower my mic and this so you guys can't hear it. I don't want. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to let myself in. And there I am down there. So that's it. Hey, Rosie. Yeah, that's how you do it. And now I disappeared myself. We're just going to remove me and kick from studio. So it should be that easy. Just go into the comment section. It should be linkable if you're looking at it through the YouTube app, and you should be able to jump on without a problem. Here we go. Could do. Now, one of the things I've been trying to mess with, I think it might be in a different place. So we're going to go to our dashboard. We're going to look at our tools. So we have users, we have settings. I think we're going to have to go to editor, as weird as that is. So usually when I build this in here, I'll have my menu, I'll have my widget, and I'm not seeing any of those things I normally would see. So we'll go to editor. Let's see if, so we have templates, right? Templates are what we want. Blog, home, order confirmation. It's just different templates it has for us. Not going to be helpful. Patterns. I don't see it being patterns. No. Nope, not going to be patterns either. Navigation is the only. Well, I guess. Okay, so we have home here, right? But I can't change home. And it doesn't even show home here, which is very weird. Here we go. Hello. Mike. There we go. How you doing? Why can't I hear you? There we go. I heard something for a second. Close. We'll get it. About us. So that's weird. It just, I can move it up, I can move it down. Okay, go to contact us. I guess I would have to go all the way back. It's not really what I'm looking to do. So the navigation is just gonna, I can either remove it or I can deal with it. Does not look like there's much of a choice because we have home on both sides here, which is annoying. But, and then down here, I don't have access to any of this for some reason. I don't even think I can change it. Let me see. I think I'm in the wrong page, unfortunately. No, I'm in the right page. Okay, let's see if we can edit any of this. No, it doesn't show me any editing. This is problematic right now. Okay. So we're going to go back. We're going to go over to plugins, themes. We'll go to our dashboard. So we have a media, we have posts, pages. Creative mail. Those are just forms, though. Okay. No rush. So, whew. Yeah, I mean, we got the tools. Nope, not in tools either. Nope. These all shouldn't. Oh, no, that's just the menu. Okay. All right. Okay, we got themes. I don't think it would be under themes. It's got to be under editor. It's just weird that it does not give you access to this. So we have navigation. So we have it here, but it does not give you. This must be a pro thing. Edit, duplicate, rename. About us, contact us. See, I can't even change anything about this. I wonder if we duplicate it, what that does to the site. Let me see. All right, let's try this again. Hello? There we go. What's going on?
Not a whole lot.
I am trying to figure this out. So I'm actually very proficient in WordPress, but now they're using pre-made stuff and it doesn't seem to be going well. I gotta be honest.
I'm awful at technology, so I'm no help.
Oh man. It's not what I wanted to do. Luckily it doesn't take unless I tell it to take, so we'll just back out. So what how is did you ever get the appeal notice? Because we haven't gotten the appeal notice on our other site either. On Free Hugs
Yeah,
and
they
Scams.
didn't approve it.
Oh, they didn't? That was it?
That was it. Which is dumb because I was just saying to follow me or follow the MCAT account, and it said that that was explicit activity, and I was like, no, it wasn't. I said follow them because that was the clip they gave me.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely a weird world that we're living in right now. I don't know what the end result's going to be with all of this, and it's such a weird time for this to be happening with TikTok coming up on their natural suspension date, because they might not even be an app in America in less than a month now. I think it's till the 13th. So we're going to be trying to go here too, because this is apparently one of the last places you can actually. This is one of the last places you can actually have an opinion, because Lord knows you can't have an opinion on Facebook that doesn't go with the narrative. Twitter's okay, but it's a cesspool, and it's in either you hit or you don't hit. YouTube is great, except it doesn't bring an audience. So we have to share this to get the audience. That's why we're not having a big audience right now. But later we'll get a bigger, like, next day view thing, kind of rerun.
I should be able to put this up on our Facebook account, or the Facebook page that I help run.
Well, this one's not really, I would say, that type of material today, because we were just hanging out talking about what to do in the future. Let me ask you a question, because you're trying to do kink educating and all that. You're going to have to face this. A lot of people think that I've gotten 10,000 followers on, obviously, the kink educator. I don't want to I don't want to do the selling of items and making those dumb videos that I've seen other creators go down, and we're just going to pop ourselves up here. And some people have suggested that I focus on a Patreon, and I don't know how I feel about. I think Kink Education should be free, but a lot of people point out, well, how much do you pay a month to run the website? How much time do you put in? Don't you want to travel? So I don't know. Like, as someone who's trying to do this, have you thought about the costs, not just time, but building the background for us? Speaking of which, Echo live on. Like there are costs that go into this, and I don't want to feel. What are you doing? Echo live on. There we go. Yeah. So, are you thinking about that? Do you have a plan for what you want to do with all this?
I'm kind of just online at the moment, but I also work through the local club, and we're talking about doing some monetization stuff for me and Bryant, but at the same time, that's not our focus. Our classes are free. You don't have to stay for the party. Our classes are free.
That's good.
We don't do that. You're good. I was just saying we don't promote like people paying to come in for the class and the party. The class is prior to the party. It's completely free to everybody.
That's really cool, you guys. Parties, I understand paying for. I actually don't. That if you charge, that would make total sense. I believe education should be free. So the only way that I really make money off this channel is views, but we keep getting that cut. You see what TikTok's doing right now. Like, anytime we start to get running, we either have a problem with someone else and they come in and they bully us, and we wind up getting shadow banned. We don't get taken down. We just do shadow bans. With shadow bans, basically kill all of your momentum, kills all your views. So you suddenly can't, like, you might as well just not, some days it feels like, but we keep making the content because our content, especially now backed by a website, it does live on. And I've said it before, I've made 4,000 videos. I can make 4 more thousand. Like, I just have the knowledge and I've gotten better. Every time we do something, I get better at doing it. So I don't know. I'm horrible when it comes to my own money. I was a great manager, set profit records, but when it comes to me, I always feel weird asking for money. And that's what Patreon would be, asking for money. Even if I'm giving people comics, like, I wouldn't mind people saying, "Hey, I want to support you. Let's throw you some money, or let's advertise, or do this." But I'd rather people just share the video, repost the video. But then again, with our lifestyle, if you repost the video, then we're outing ourselves. It's a weird circumstance that a lot of my friends, because I have a lot of comic book friends, were like, "You have 10,000 followers. Why don't you just put all your comic books on every day?" And I was like, because then people stop taking me serious. Because then I'm using what I'm doing to sell books. And that feels icky.
Yeah, for me, like I was saying with the website, I would probably try to set up some sort of donation chain. That way it's a support if you want to, but don't feel obligated.
Yeah, if we build that, it'll be at the very bottom of the page. It'll be one of those, yeah, if you really want, just throw some. I'd rather, honestly, just as long as TikTok stays, share the videos, talk about our channel, point to it. The whole point is to, like, even if you just point to KEDU Campus, KEDUCAMPUS.com, that would do it, because there's so many videos there that can be watched. And every time someone watches it, it makes TikTok think that we're more popular. We've survived a lot of nonsense because our videos do age well. We don't really have a lot of bad videos. I mean, there's occasionally where my neurodivergent ass could be a little calmer and answer better, and I'm trying to be better with all those things. And we're going to have, you made it. You're live. Can you hear us? Shimi, can you hear me? Still some audio stuff. We'll get there. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird, like, I wish
It's a hard thing.
Go ahead.
It's a hard thing to do when you want to educate everyone for free, but at the same time, you want to be able to drive the videos forward and have more money to do more content.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Just turn down your YouTube volume because we're getting feedback from you on your phone. You should still be able to hear us. Just turn it down a notch. Or do you have it playing in the background?
Nope, I have headphones in too.
It's picking up something. All right, but how are you doing?
Doing.
I hear that. I do have to warn you guys, I have to take off in about 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I know you just got here, baby Shami. But yeah, I have something going on tonight. But we are trying. We'll hopefully get past this. We'll hopefully be able to start more of a round table like this to be able to talk to each other, get people on here. Because TikTok's killing us with all I mean, I'm hearing it from all quarters. All people are complaining about it. And yet some of the most disgusting videos are being made right now. But you guys have any final notes on our way out tonight?
Yes, because it's to the point where even making a comment and saying, "Hi, I missed your face for 3 days." That's what got filtered on me. It's getting ridiculous.
Crazy. That's pretty bad. And I've seen some comments that we've been. Someone said the other day to me, "Hope your weekend was good," and they decided that was a bad comment. I don't know, man. TikTok's been drinking. But
I can post a video with like my shirt off my shoulder and wax dripping down, and they won't say anything.
It's the lives. I think they're very afraid of political commentary, which is funny because I see lives with political commentary that are just disgusting, but that's okay. I don't know, and I don't want this channel to be political, but the shit that's going on right now is pretty bad. If you see my face in a video that's political and it's not for you, that's fine. I'm doing it on a different channel. But speaking of different channels, I do got to get going. I thank you both. Now you know how to get on here, right, Shami? Because we're going to be on here more often.
It was my browser blocking everything, so that's what I had to go through and dig through. It's ridiculous.
We were having that problem too when I tried to do it. I had to switch browsers on my phone. But thank you both for being here. Let's try to figure out how to conquer the TikTok algo, and let's take it to the next level. Now let's get Kink Education going. But I appreciate you both. I'm going to say my good nights. Thank you for both being on here today. I appreciate you. And with that, we're going to end the stream. Good night, everybody. Stay kinky.